I didn't care, and the less I cared, the more he just disappeared into nothing. And I know that you don't understand many things, many things. And I know that I don't understand many things. But the dream also told me that I had compassion, and I did care, and I did want to do something. And now, when I'm suffering a little bit because it's cold on my feet, and now when it's getting winter here in Sweden, and I know that people are suffering outside, that compassion is still there. And yesterday, when I wrote the letter that you probably don't understand, I was suffering. I was suffering because other people are suffering. So I do care, and I do want to do something. It's just I don't know yet what. And I don't care if people are politically correct, or if they look nice, or if they don't, whatever. Because that's not important in the long run. What is important, and the dream was so clear. The devil, whatever we want that to be, is potentially in all of us. And when we don't care if we have weapon industries and we have blah 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 blah, and we say it's not my responsibility, and we just care about the fucking money and all those fucking shit things, and we sit in front of our computers, which is not our computers, and our mobiles, which is not our mobiles, and we do all those things just in front of the mobile, and we think that we can affect the world. We are so lost, if we don't have physical experience, if we don't go outside of our so-called apartment, which is not our apartment, then we're going to have so many problems when the digital divide and the AI and the robots and all of that fucking gadgets are taking over our lives and our souls. And I know you don't completely understand how I feel right now, because you're not here. But I also don't know exactly how you feel, because I'm not there. But maybe in the future I can come knocking on your door and I can ask you if we can warm each other and share something together. Or maybe someone else comes knocking on your door, which is not your door, maybe, and asks you for help. Or maybe in the future you end up in a situation that you never expected before, and maybe you will be the one knocking on someone else's door, and I wonder then how you will feel if you before didn't care at all, or even sat laughing at me because I don't have a teeth, or judged me in whatever way you felt necessary. And I wonder if the devil inside of you then were laughing at you because you didn't have any compassion, because you didn't care. Why every winter, when everyone else wants to be inside, do I want to go outside? Why do I feel that I need to do something? Maybe I can't do something in Gaza. Maybe I can't do something in whatever country they are doing those things. Maybe I can't be everywhere where everyone is suffering. Maybe I can't be with the lone lady who's suffering in a lonely apartment. Maybe I can't be with the rich abandoned guy who only have money and nothing else. But I can be here right now, and I can wake up from this dream, and I can try to do something here, wherever that might be. And I will continue with this legacy that I have, and I will sign for peace. And I am signing for peace. And I will I will put up this video, and I will try to somehow affect you and make you realize that the war is not there. It's going on inside of you right now, between your ability to care for other people or to fall into apathy, not caring. Compassion is something that you have to grow within yourself. It's something that I have to grow within myself, you know. And there is so many things that I want to take up while doing this culture studies, peace action research, and there's so many things I want to show to people that they don't know, they don't remember, you know. The Swedish state says that I have 300,000, 400,000, 500,000 in debt, you know. The Swedish state, which doesn't exist, says that I have so many papers that I have to pay the state. The Swedish state don't care at all about my situation. The Swedish state sits in front of a computer, looks at some developed system that I could have developed by going into an education that I have to pay back for. An education that I can't work with because it's based on psychopathic money. You know? For 13 years, I've been trying to survive more or less without money in Sweden, in Norway, in Denmark, in Copenhagen, sorry, in England, in Ireland, in Germany, and it's all the same fucking story. Sorry for the word. It's all the same story. And if I get a little bit emotional because it's cold, oh yes, you don't remember, I'm barefoot. You see, barefoot. That's what it's all about. You know? No, you don't. Or maybe you do. But if you do, you're probably in a situation like I am, you know? I even have a car here. A car, you remember? Car on 4 wheels. And that car have been off the road for 2.5 years, not because it's not working, because the state says that I can't use it because it's got debt. But what kind of debt? I probably guess that you don't know. Okay? If you think you know, then I don't have to explain. But if I feel that maybe you don't know what I'm talking about, then I have the responsibility to try to make you understand. That car was the only safety I had to go around. Okay? And I got it for free. Yeah, I went around with it so many 3-4 years, and I was sleeping in it. It was cold sometimes. I didn't have anywhere else to go, and it was the only way for me to go around more or less safe. But I passed borders sometimes with the so-called rules based on regulations, and those rules told me that I had to pay money for having that car. So I went around, and I got more and more of those debts, because not always I managed to get home to the home which I didn't always have. Yes, and that debt then grew and grew and grew. And then the state says that, oh, you are using me, the state said. You are using me. You are taking my money. So I want to punish you. And they made up a law in Sweden saying that if you have more than 10,000, 10,000 crowns in debt, then they can take the car from you, whether or not it's working. Okay? So they then stopped me on the road. 3 policemen come out with their big things, going around, and they tell me there is a new law. So if you don't pay us, we're gonna take your car. And me, I was like, oh, what should I do now? Okay, I have a car, it's legal, and I've done everything I have to do to make it legal. But beyond the year of New Year, you cannot use it anymore. Okay, so I go around and I get a little bit nervous. How should I use it? And after a while, I can't stand that feeling, someone who says they have the responsibility, it's their mission to hunt me, because someone else tells them it's their mission to hunt me, because they are afraid of losing their home and getting outside like I am. So instead of caring for people, really caring, they listen to a Satan, that doesn't physically exist, but wants a human body, and that body is potentially you. There's so much more to know in this story, and there's so much more I want to tell you, but I can't. Because you, if you are honest and are caring, will have to suffer, will have to get your own experience, which you probably already have, but maybe you forgot it. Maybe you don't remember, and maybe it's time for you to also sign for peace. The letter that I sent to you, if you read it yesterday, is about this. And the letter I wrote was in all sincerity because I was in fact suffering when I saw those things happening to people in that country that people call Gaza, with those fucking illusions that people are putting onto them with weapons and blah blah blah, whatever. It's I can't I can feel, I can see what they must be going through, but I'm not there, so I don't know. But I will try to know. But I will also reawaken the force that I've had before, because it's soon getting colder here in Sweden, and even here in Sweden people are suffering because other people don't care, because other people, especially the Swedish king, owns so freaking much land that he could give to homeless people. So it's, sorry to say, but you're not a king if you don't care. At least not in my kingdom. And I don't own any kingdom. I don't want to own any kingdom. Why should I own a kingdom? I'd rather be like Tom Bombadil, you know. Read the story and you will probably understand a lot more things. Or not things. Levels of awareness. Oh shit, now it's getting cold. Mm. Okay. This is just live transmission. Uh, I might not have told everything. I cannot tell everything, but I have a driving force and I have a will, and I'm trying to also make you. I can't make you do anything. I know I can't. I mean, how much does it have to take for people to understand? For me, oh, it's been taking so many years for me to wake up to where I am, to what is going on outside my door, or, or I don't have a door now. I don't even have a car because I'm not allowed to use the car that is working. But you know all about that because I told you before, yes? So you understand now, yes? Or no?